sports talk show where if it competes, we'll be in the seats. We kicked the boys out this week. It's a ladies' takeover day. My name's Tracy. I am Big Roger's wife of 1,004,000 years. And
you look young for your age.
I'm very good for my age. And, the semi-boss of the show. No, just kidding. Those of you who watch the internet show, you've seen me before, but I don't think I've been on the actual TV. But I am, like I said, Big Roger's wife. I show up every now and then and mostly just write a bunch of checks. But anyway, next to me we have Dana. You guys all the TV show know Dana. She's been on for the last few weeks. I'm going to get her to introduce herself and say a few things about her.
Hi, I'm Dana. You've seen me before. I am not Big Roger's wife, thankfully.
Although he acts like it.
Yes, he is quite bossy, so he acts like it sometimes. But I've been on the show for a couple of weeks now, and just having fun and learning more about sports. And we have a new person on the show named
Angie.
Welcome, Angie.
I'm from here, and this is my first time. And
is it really your first time?
It really is my first time. Be gentle with me.
Allegedly.
But yeah, I'm having fun.
She's the rookie today, but we did have to let one of the men stay. I tried to kick them all out, but Chris is here because Chris is the only
Somebody's
one who knows how to
got to be
work
back
on the
here
equipment.
running everything.
I know.
Behind the scenes.
I was going to say either that or he's trying to be in charge of the women.
I don't
No.
think Chris would ever attempt that.
No.
Like the sister wives kind of thing?
No.
He knows better.
So we have some
He
fun
knows
and
better.
exciting things
I'm
for
smart
this
enough to know better.
But we do need him to run the equipment because that's above our pay grades. So we have him for that, and he does an excellent job. Every now and then you'll see him throw a QR code up there. You can scan it, hit our website, buy some merchandise, see all the old shows, a lot of other links on our website that is fun, all sports related. We have a good time there. All right, we're going to get into the show now. We're going to talk about, I know this is a local team that's doing good this year, the Valdosta State University Blazers.
They're doing more than good this year. They're doing phenomenal this year. So VSU Blazers, led by Coach Gary Goff, heads to McKinney, Texas to play the Ferris State Bulldogs from the Big Rapid, Michigans this weekend. And then what time does the game start?
I think it's at 9 o'clock, Saturday night, December 18th. Yeah, so Saturday night. It's going to be on ESPNU, 9 o'clock for the Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
Go
awesome.
Blazers. Go Blazers.
And just let you guys know, and she actually got a Blazers shirt. The rest of us
We couldn't find one.
I mean, they're all sold out.
But doing that good. Everything's sold out.
I did buy a hat. I tried.
I couldn't even find that.
This is Coach Goff's third season with the Blazers, so he's enjoyed the number one ranking throughout the first 10 games. So, way to go, Blazers. Have a great time this weekend.
Yeah, going into that game, I think they're number 2. Ferris State's number 1, so it should be a really good game.
The Blazers are led by the wide receiver Brian Sons, who sat out most of their last game with the defeat of Colorado School of the Mines.
Not the Mines. Colorado School of the Mines.
We say that. I say that wrong every time.
And I do this every single time.
Because we say
like
mines.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's what kind of school is it?
I don't know. We're special. We're like, I don't know. Mines?
Anyway. Colorado School of the Mines. Yeah, he had a hammy injury, so.
Played only on...
One play.
One play, yeah.
Yeah. Recovered an onside kick, which was fundamental, and then finally winning the game, so.
Whoop, whoop.
Woo, woo, go Blazers. They also got their quarterback, who is a stud. He's from Jacksonville, Florida. His name is Ivory Durham. Had an excellent game against the Colorado School of Mines. He went 12 for 23, 220 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes. But he also ran for 153 yards, so that boy can scoot. He's obviously a dual threat. He's going to play in the NFL one day. He's done really well for the Blazers this year. He's finished with 3,267 yards passing, 967 yards rushing. Most running backs don't get that many yards rushing.
30 touchdowns.
And our quarterback's doing it, 30 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So we know he's going to play a big role in the upcoming game. And that's we can't wait to watch the Blazers go in there. They've won four national championships.
Going on
5.
If they win this one, it's 5.
Recent memory, 4 national championships in recent memory. So we're all going to be watching the Blazers. Maybe after the game we can all find Blazer gear to wear. I looked everywhere. This is like a thon. Which
Have
is
to
a
hit
good
up the
thing. I
sports
mean,
store.
the Valdosta State fan base is really supporting their team.
Repping
and
that red.
Repping that red.
Mhm.
We're really excited to watch that game this weekend. Coach Goff, Ivory. I feel it. I feel
It's
a
gonna
national
happen.
championship coming for them.
Do you have a score you want to throw out?
I'm gonna go.
Mm.
I'm gonna go 42
Oh,
to 34.
Whoa, that's a close
Blazers.
game.
32. Yeah, I'm going that.
I like it.
42 to 34. I'm gonna write that down right now.
Write it down.
Write it down
And
right
keep
now.
it. And
I was
keep it.
gonna
You
say,
guys, like, make sure that
Mama T
hold her
said
accountable for this.
42.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. But now I will say that I felt Georgia winning the SEC championship, and that didn't work out.
And
so
you're still feeling that, aren't you? The pain of it.
Still feeling the pain.
my heart still hurts over that.
So,
Well,
So
she
speaking
says
of,
Alabama's side comments. Don't take offense, Alabama.
don't take
fans.
offense if I make snide comments about Alabama. I'm a
they don't
Georgia
care.
fan.
It's Alabama. They
It's,
just smacked
Yeah,
Georgia
but there could
down.
have been somebody.
I
The
mean,
one
it's-
fan is out there.
It's sort of written in
Of
the rule
Alabama?
books that if you're a Georgia fan, you
I'm
cannot
thinking about switching.
say
at
nice
this
things
point.
about Alabama.
And I'm from Athens, but
You can't switch.
You
No.
can't. You're even alma mater.
it's just sad. I mean, sad, guys.
It was
That was a
very-
bad
it was
game.
bad. It was bad.
It's every
But
year.
Anyway,
Every
we
year.
got another chance. Let's talk about the Heisman Trophy.
Took
that
us
gave
a
that
There's a chance.
Or as Big Raj says, we're going to circle back around to that. And we got another chance.
I love it.
Hopefully, Kirby and the boys can get it together before I have to lose my mind.
Well, just give Kirby a pep talk.
I'm going to call him.
Sit him
before the
down
game.
and be like, "Look, let's talk
Say,
about
Kirby,
this."
listen.
The son or the dad is giving the pep talk.
Well, I think Nick Saban's probably every college coach's daddy. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is
He's-
what it is.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide, whatever that. Why do they have
What
an
is
elephant?
it? We legit
So
just
I
talked about
really-
this.
We need to talk
Why
about this.
are they
Why is
an
their
elephant?
mascot an elephant,
and
but
they're
their
the
name is the
Crimson Tide?
Crimson Tide?
Somebody, please
Wasn't
explain
it
that
something
to us.
about like the way that
You
what?
can
Why
leave a
am I even
message-
chiming in? But I think
Somebody professional needs to tell us.
People who know more
We don't
about Alabama
know.
than us, which would be probably anybody, honestly.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I'm not
Um,
asking.
Why are they the Crimson Tide, but their mascot's an elephant?
Elephant.
You can go to our Facebook page and leave us a comment.
Stephen,
The
would know
Armchair
that answer.
Sports. Somebody knows the
Anyone.
answer to why they are elephant, but they're the Crimson Tide. Isn't the Crimson Tide like a bad fungus in the water or something? Isn't it bacteria in the water?
Oh,
makes the
Oh, you're
Crimson
talking
Tide?
about the ocean when
I
it
think
does
that's
that once a
completely
year.
different. I think
Isn't that a thing though? Is
I
that what a
think this would
Crimson
be like
Tide
the blood
is?
of your enemies, the Crimson Tide. I think that's
But I think we
I
had
think
a
you're talking
Crimson
about a
Tide in
red
Jacksonville.
tide.
I don't
You're
know,
talking about a
maybe.
red tide that comes like once a year and it
I
burns your
feel like
eyes when it comes
Nick
up in
Saban
the
might
sea
be a
Where are
little
you
bit of a
swimming at?
fungus. That's what
No,
I'm
it's
thinking.
like the red
The
seaweed
St.
comes
John's
up and
River
it
in
burns your
Jacksonville one time had
eyes.
the red bacteria all in
Even
the
in
water. It's
Cocoa
making people
Beach.
sick.
okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, as you see, we are the ladies. We get sidetracked about things like we don't understand the elephant.
Nope.
But on another note, we did a tour of Auburn one time, and they're the Auburn Tigers.
With the War Eagle.
But they say War Eagle to everybody, and I was so confused that whole tour because everybody you met went War Eagle, y'all. And I finally like whispered to Big Raj, I'm like, why do they keep saying that?
What was his answer?
He didn't know. He knew they were the Tigers, but evidently before each game at Auburn, a big eagle comes
Cool fly.
swooping
Down.
through the stadium, and it's a War
Those are the
Eagle.
games you've been to.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is actually really impressive though. So, but
You don't know the answer to that?
I did at one point because my bestie did go to Auburn. So I'm sorry I let you down, but I did know at one point why.
Auburn's a beautiful campus.
It
It's
is gorgeous.
It's a
It
gorgeous
really
campus.
is.
But
I've
it
never
is-
been.
But if
It's
you go to
beautiful.
Auburn,
We should
nobody
go for it.
says
We
go
should go.
Tigers. That's a whole LSU thing with the weird spelling go Tigers.
Oh, the go.
The go.
G-A.
I guess you got to have a Cajun
U
accent to really
X.
understand that one. But
Go.
they do War Eagle y'all. Everybody at Auburn says War Eagle y'all. But you know what? They're the nicest people, and that campus is beautiful. Not complaining about them. But back to Alabama again. Heisman Trophy
Mhm.
given away 2 years in a row. Alabama took the Heisman Trophy. It kind of hurt my feelings, but then again,
It's Alabama.
Bryce
so you
Young.
expect it. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
he's
Don't
not
slap me.
even that big a guy. He's only 6 feet tall and 194 pounds. All the way
Is
from
that underweight?
California. That's not a big guy.
I was like, is that underweight? Is that,
Not really.
That's
Yeah, but
about
you think,
average.
like, Trevor Lawrence is like 6'6", and I think he's only 220.
See, that's thin.
But I
For
say every week
6'6".
he needs to gain about 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Every week.
Well,
Every
I do
time we
make
watch the
brownies,
Jaguars.
so, I mean,
Maybe we
We'll
should.
send some brownies, and those
And
aren't
to
those
look-
kind of brownies.
And if you psych him just a little bit,
I
he'll
was
eat
gonna
even
say
more.
not
You were
those
gonna
kind
say
of
that.
brownies. I wasn't sure if we could say that.
But, Bryce has had a good year. You can't really argue his Heisman Trophy win. I mean, he, with the exception of maybe the Auburn game and the Texas A&M game, he did it. I mean, he had 4,322 yards.
He's finished the season with
Receiving.
43
Throw- yeah.
touchdowns.
Only 4 interceptions, and beat the Georgia Bulldogs like a
convincing.
redheaded stepchild in the SEC championship. It was not pretty. I didn't understand it. The week before, Auburn got to him. I think they sacked him 7 times.
he wasn't even trying then.
And I think he was
like,
tired. I think he was done.
Auburn beat him like,
He checked out.
He checked
like,
out.
I don't think I can say that word. You know those dolls, when you get mad, you beat them
The
on
voodoo?
the table?
No.
No,
That's not-
I don't
oh,
think
I
I
know
can
what you're
say it
saying.
on
The-
TV what they're called. The D dolls.
Dang dog.
Dang it dolls.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Auburn looked like with Bryce Young. They beat him like a dang it doll. I mean, just all over the field. And I thought, oh, Georgia is going to just wipe the field with this kid. The offensive line can't keep anybody off of him. Georgia and big Jordan Davis, who's like a walking mountain, is just going to go in there and
Keep back and take names.
no, that boy
That did not.
who only had, I don't know, he had 71 yards rushing all season, and I think 50 of them were in the Georgia SEC championship game. It was pitiful. It was pitiful. I need to call Kirby. We need to have a pep talk. I'm wondering, can I sneak
have
in
his
there
number?
to give? I don't know. I might find it.
I
I'm
like
an
the FBI. We can probably find it.
We are women, so
Women
we're
can
excellent
find
cyber
everything out on
stalkers.
Facebook.
Yes.
And
That's what
I
I do for a hobby.
feel like that if we could,
Don't think she doesn't.
I feel like if we could get in there, we could give them a pep talk and things could happen.
I think you could give him a pep talk.
I could.
That's that Mama T coming
That's
It'll
out.
just be laughing as you give the pep talk.
I
but-
could give a
And I'm
pep
over here
talk.
like this, like,
And I could, I would promise things. I would be like, I will make you all a pie if you win this game. I make really good pecan pies. Or as
he's
Big
going to be like, I
Mike
don't want
says,
pies.
Pecan pies,
Because
you
he's
mean?
weird.
No,
I have
that's
no
how you-
comment. I
it's
can't with that.
pecan
It's either
pie.
pecan or pecan or a.
It's pecan.
Pecan pies.
I can't even. Is there
I'm
another word
from-
beside that?
No, it's pecan.
But I would totally go for a pecan pie right now.
It's
'cause I'm
pecan.
pretty hungry. Pecan. Moving on.
Anyway, moving on. Bryce Young.
It's a whole nother-
Again, beat the dogs like their stepchildren in the SEC championship game. Went on to win the Heisman Trophy by like a super convincing number. I mean, he got more votes than like, I don't know how many votes. He had 2,311 votes. That was like almost the highest number of votes anybody ever got. So he was 1,357 votes above the second place finisher. So
Wow.
I mean, that's a pretty
Kudos.
convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the year
Yeah.
before
Good job.
Devontae Smith won it, he was only 669 points above the number 2. So that's a
Quite impressive.
pretty convincing victory for him. So a couple of other interesting things on the Heisman winners this year. Dana's got some interesting facts there.
Well, did you know that several defensive players actually were in the top 10?
Top
Michigan's defensive end Aiden Hutchinson. There you go, Angie. Finished second. Will Anderson from Alabama finished 5th. And
Yep.
Big Jordan Davis from Georgia finished 9th.
Big Jordan
Big
Davis.
Way to go, Jordan Davis.
So we're going to talk about some other NCAA football player awards. When we come back, we're going to do a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Need a website for your business? Let Shadowfox Design help. We will design and build your website so you have more time for your business. We will help with all your online needs so you have more time for your customers. Learn more and get started now by going to www.shadow. Research less and relax more with eTravel Anytime. Let us help you decide which Sandals destination is best for your romantic getaway, or help you choose the family resort that is best for your vacation. We can also help you decide which cruise is best for you and your family. Tell us your preferences and we can narrow down your choices. Contact us today so we can help you plan your next vacation. Call 229-300-3691.
Hey, welcome to the show. Armchair Sports. It's the ladies' takeover night. You got Mama T, Dana, and Angie here.
Angie.
We've kicked Big Raj out because we're just kind of done with him, so we decided he had to leave.
I'm still
for the
here.
day. Oh, Chris is still here.
I was like, oops.
There was too
Forgot
much
about
estrogen
Chris.
in the room. Chris had to stay. Plus, none of us know how to work the equipment.
That's the big reason.
Every
not
now
one
and
of
then
the
you'll see
girls.
our QR code, at least to our Facebook page. Chris will throw it up on the screen every now and then.
Or Scantron.
Yes, Scantron, as Roger
Or
likes to call it.
Gravitron.
Or the Gravitron.
If you know what a Gravitron is, please say that you do.
Oh yeah.
Because I had to
That's a
explain
fair-
what that
It's
is
a
to
fair
Dana.
thing,
She
yeah.
didn't know what it was.
I
It's
never
the
went
best
to fairs
ride ever.
as a child. It wasn't
Oh,
my fault.
No.
You had to have a good
No.
stomach.
I went on it
Mhm.
one time.
I
No,
loved it.
never
You gotta
again.
have a
The
solid
seats
stomach
went
to ride
up,
the
like you
Gravitron.
laid on the wall.
Yeah, and it
Or,
throw you
and then the
against the
seats
wall.
would just slide up and you would just go round and round and round and round.
I've never done that.
Oh, Lord.
Fun,
Down
yeah.
things.
No.
That's fun.
My parents did hold me back.
So, there we go. Every now and then, the little Scan Me comes up, or you see Big Raj riding around town. He's got it on his car, too, his truck. Scan it, hit our Facebook page, lots of stuff. Leave us messages. We love to talk
Tell us
to
how we're doing.
people.
Yes.
So, we were talking about,
Please.
before we left, the Heisman Trophy. I'm very excited that Big Jordan Davis finished ninth.
He did.
A couple of the top 4 finishers were.
Bryce Young from Alabama with 20. Did you just put your...
did.
I'm going to do it again. Bryce Young.
Nothing against Bryce Young. He seems like a fine young man.
Every
And
time
I'm
you say
happy-
Alabama, she
I'm
has to do
happy
this.
for Bryce Young because he seems like a fine young
And
man.
where does he play it? Alabama.
Alabama.
Bama.
Sorry, had to.
So he was,
With a total
he was
points?
total points was 23-11 was the total
He
points.
pretty much took it away.
He took it away. Second was Aiden Hutchinson from Michigan with 954 points.
He's a defensive end, which is that's
That's
a
a
rarity
lot.
that a
Mhm.
defensive player
So way to go,
scores
Aiden.
that high. Way to go, Aiden.
Pretty proud of you
Yeah.
there. Kenny Pickett was number 3, the quarterback from Pitt with 631 points. Number 4 was C.J. Stroud, the quarterback from Ohio State. I know that you're super excited by that. With 399 total
Her face
points.
says it all.
See, she's super excited.
When you say
Okay,
Ohio
so I
and
got
Alabama.
nothing against C.J. Stroud either or Bryce Young. I
just-
I am not an Alabama fan, and I am even less of an Ohio State
Ohio
fan.
State.
I don't ask me why. I just don't care.
Ask her why. Leave a comment and ask her why, and she'll answer it the next time.
I will. I don't want to put all
The bad mojo.
some bad mojo out there.
Right.
But it has a lot to do with the Jaguars right now. Anyway,
Which
moving on.
Angie's wearing, but way to go, CJ
Angie's
Stroud.
wearing a Jaguar shirt. We're all Jaguar fans. We
They're
love
the
Jaguars.
best games we can go to within 2 hours.
They're the only games we can go to
right,
within 2 hours.
right.
But
They're fun.
we have
It's
a good
just-
time at the Jaguar
yeah,
games.
they're
It's,
fun.
do.
it's
They're fun.
painful to be a Jaguar fan.
But it's a good time.
But it's a
It
good
is
time.
a good time.
It's a
Well, you have 0 expectations.
That's
The bar
true.
is so low that if there's
Whatever's
any points on the
happening-
screen, you're super excited.
Right.
This is true because we went
And
to
you
the
can say-
Buffalo Bills game that we actually won, and I thought people were going to start passing out in the fans. It was like, oh my God, we might actually win.
Like
we
we
didn't score a
actually beat them.
touchdown, but we actually won.
And see how exciting is that? That's better than being a winning team all season because you're a losing team and then you win. You're like, there's hope. You're saying
It's
there's a
just
chance.
so odd. We beat a
Say it
team that we
again.
never should have beat, but the teams we should beat, we just get beat down. Beat down. We got beat by the Titans without Derrick Henry. And I know Derrick Henry. Did I ever tell you I know Derrick Henry?
You did
Do
not.
you?
I used to work in Fernandina Beach where Derrick Henry grew up. He grew up in Yulee, Florida, which is a little tiny
Yulee's a
town.
tiny
Yeah,
town.
tiny
And
town.
so that's where Derek grew up, and he came into the ER where I worked a couple times. He's a big boy. Like, he's big. You running backs aren't usually that big. I mean, tall, and he's a big boy. He's very nice young man. I'm only going to say nice things about him because except he beats the Jaguars down like every game. He runs like the law's chasing him
Like
every
the
time we
wind?
play the Jaguars.
Like the wind.
I won't sing for you, but you know,
Please don't do
He
that.
runs a lot. I admire people who can run
I'll
like
start
that.
thinking of
I'm
a
just
song to sing
putting
now.
this out there. If you ever see Mama T running, you better run too.
There's a
There's
bear
something big
behind.
and
I was gonna say
scary.
there's a
Chasing.
dog behind
big
you.
and scary
or
behind
something
me. All right, we
gonna
got some
get
other
you.
football awards given out this weekend. Angel's going to talk about a few of those.
Other awards for outstanding NCAA football players. Maxwell Award Player of the Year, Bryce Young. We have Davey O'Brien Award for, I guess
Best
best quarterback, Bryce Young.
So let's wait 1 second. I got to talk about that for 1 second because I like to butt in A and I talk a lot, but B.
That's fine.
I don't understand how the Heisman is the outstanding player of the year, but the Maxwell Award is the player of the year.
Yes.
Aren't those the same thing? I feel like those
No.
should be the same thing. Now, granted, the same person won them this year, but there have been years in the past that different people won them. One person was the outstanding player of the year.
But I feel like the
different person
Heisman
was the-
is in
Who won-
another
who won 'em
category.
Who won them last year?
Devontae Smith won the Heisman last year, but I don't think he won the Maxwell Award. I think somebody else won that. And more often than not, different people win the two awards. But how the outstanding player of the year and the
I
player of the year are not
think
always
the
the same
Heisman is a
person.
more
Heisman's more prestigious.
prestigious, like overall.
Then maybe the Maxwell
player.
Award needs to have a different name, like it not player of the year, maybe.
Okay, Mama T
Maybe number
says
2
we
player
want
of
to
the year.
change
So-
to the. That's what every football player wants to be. The number 2 player award
Well,
goes
you
to.
The
Just to be
almost-
fun about it. That's what they want.
The almost
Mama T
player of
says
the year,
the almost
or
number 1 player of the
also
year
ran.
is.
I don't know. I mean,
Um,
congratulations to the boys who
We
win it, but
have
it's just weird to me.
the Doak Walker Award, best running back Kenneth Walker III from Michigan State.
Way to go.
Way to
Way to
go.
go,
We have
Kenneth.
Fred. How do you say that?
Bolitnikov.
Good luck.
Bolitnikov. Sounds like Russian.
Sounds
probably-
angry.
he
That's
Best
probably
wide
does.
receiver, Jordan Addison from Pitt.
Pitt.
Uh,
Good players
John
this year.
John Mackey Award for what is that?
The best
Tight
tight
end.
end.
Oh yes,
You
sorry.
should definitely know what that means.
I literally need my glasses on. Trey McBride, Colorado State. Chuck Ben. How do you say that?
Bednarik.
Well, I was trying to say it a whole nother way earlier.
It's my guess. I don't
Your
know.
guess says
Just say the Chuck Award.
yes.
The Chuck Award.
The Chuck
Best
B.
defensive player. Jordan Davis from Georgia.
Georgia. The defensive tackle, which also is another weird one. The next one is
Yes. Bruno Nagurski.
Nagurski.
If I'm killing it, y'all, I'm sorry. I just
We
they're
do what
just
we can
I just
here.
say first names.
Yeah.
So y'all know who Bruno, best defensive player. Will Anderson from
Alabama.
yeah.
So why do we have 2 best defensive player awards too? That's
I don't
another
know.
one. There's so many jokes that could be told here, but we're not going to go there.
Butkus
We'll
Award.
save that.
Best linebacker.
The Butkus Award.
Nakobe Dean from Georgia.
Georgia. The Butt.
That's
that
2.
just lays
That
it out
I
there.
don't
love
really
that
like.
name, too.
No, I was gonna say I don't.
Butkus.
No.
What's his? Is it
I
Jim?
meant, yeah. Well, it's fun.
Butkus.
No, because if you're saying Bud Kiss. Can you say that? I don't know. Anyway,
His children.
the
grew up
Jim
getting
Thorpe
paid on it.
Award probably. Let's move on. Best defensive back, Kobe Bryant, Cincinnati. I
Isn't
said
that
Kobe
funny?
Bryant.
I didn't
like
realize
he's a
that was
basketball
Kobe
player.
Bryant until just now.
Let's see. Remington Trophy Best Center Tyler Linderbaum from Iowa.
Iowa had a really good year this year.
Outland Trophy Best Interior Defensive Lineman Jordan Davis from
Georgia.
and Ray Guy Award Best Punter Matt Araiza. Is that how do you say
I
that?
do think Ray Guy played for Georgia.
San Diego State.
You think so?
Oh, you
I
think?
think that
Can we
award is
Google
named-
that?
I think somebody Google that for me. Let me know.
Can we Google that?
Hit me up.
We can Google
Did
anything.
Ray Guy play for Georgia? I want to think he might have, but I could be
Who?
making that
Ray
up in my
Guy?
head. I could be making that all up in my head.
You probably
It
have.
I don't know
It
what's going
happens.
on. Your own conversations.
I am. I talk to myself a lot.
We'll go to that.
Big Jordan Davis got 2 awards
Mhm.
there. We're very happy for him.
Yeah.
Everybody has seen him. Have you ever seen a picture of him standing beside a normal person?
He
Yes,
looks like a
he
giant.
looks like the Jolly
giant.
Green Giant,
He's
and the
like-
person is like 5 foot tall.
6'6", 350
That's
pounds. Of
Solid.
It's a big boy.
MAN. That is what he is. Like,
Oh, that's not even a man. That's a MAN.
but you know what I love most about him?
Tell us.
He loves his mama.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Before
sweet.
every game, after every game, and every chance he gets, he loves
Thanks
on
his
his
mama.
mama. He loves his
That's
mama.
sweet.
And when he gets drafted next year and gets a big fat
Check.
contract,
He'll remember his mama.
he gonna buy. He is
He's gonna buy his
going
mama a house.
to buy
and a
his
car.
mama a house.
Yep, they all do. Buy their
And
mama a
she's
house
gonna
and a
have a
car.
Mercedes, and she is gonna live large. But
According to this, Ray Guy's from Swainsboro. Was that the question you were asking?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
college.
If he
Georgia.
played for
Where'd he go to
Georgia.
college?
Did he play for Georgia?
He is from Swainsboro, so I'm pretty sure he played for Georgia. But let's
Uh,
Let's find that out for sure.
yeah.
No, Southern
Yeah.
Mississippi.
Southern Mississippi.
Oh no. I made that up. He
Super
did
Bowl
not play for
champion.
But he is
Georgia.
In your
Georgia, so,
mind,
you know.
he should have played for
In
Georgia.
my mind, he's
Yeah.
from
Mm.
Swainsboro. He should have played
Yep.
for Georgia.
Should
We
have.
had a really good punter several years ago. Now I can't think of his name. Or maybe it was a place kicker. Do you know that's part of Georgia's problem? We missed for Hot Rod.
Oh.
Rodrigo.
Yep.
I mean, he put the
Rodrigo.
glasses on. He strapped on his safety glasses. And he...
That's
Listen, I
those
loved
Nike
him.
safety glasses are expensive.
Those Nike safety glasses, but you know, he probably
Mhm.
attracted more women on campus than just about anybody on that team because he was Hot Rod and he did
Mama T
his
likes
thing.
Hot Rod.
I did like Hot Rod because he was just so cute and the glasses just slayed me. And he would just be like,
Let me calm her down.
I know, Hot Rod. No, I'm kidding. Listen, we can talk about J.J. Watt for a minute because I had an obsession with him for a while, but you know, now he's kind of getting a little decrepit, so we have to.
Get
So,
a younger
anybody
one.
heard any good jokes lately?
Oh, well.
Here we go.
We
Speaking
all
of
wrote-
jokes.
we all wrote a joke down.
You guys
Oh
know
my goodness.
Cincinnati's chances of winning the bowl
R.
game with Alabama?
R.
About as good as Nick Saban's chance of getting in heaven. That never gets old. I'm
Never
sorry.
gets old. And wouldn't it be something if Cincinnati just swooped in and whooped their butt?
Like, there's a chance.
You know, they
So
beat
you're
down
saying
Bryce
there's a
Young the way
chance.
Auburn did.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
there's
chance.
always a chance the game has to be played, but
Those boys. Good luck.
Okay, here's my joke of the day. Why do most college referees look like they'd always swipe to the right? Except for the dude with the guns. You ever seen the dude with the guns? I wish I had a picture of him. I didn't think about that until just now.
I can't keep a straight face when you say that.
Georgia, Florida, a few years ago, their referee, that dude was jacked.
You
I
mean
don't
these
even-
guns?
These guns.
I don't even look at the refs, and she's like, that referee, though.
Well, he kept coming up on the screen to like
With
do
his-
whatever
with his
penalties, and I
guns.
was like, "Oh my lord!"
Speaking
She
of
was like, pull that flag.
good jokes, though.
Oh, Chris, that's a joke.
Oh.
No jokes. I was just curious. I heard something about Monty earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Monty.
Do we? Are we going to talk about Monty's jokes that he sent in?
Yeah,
And do you have his book that he wrote?
I do, and I also have a nice picture.
So there.
Here.
Monty
Of
and
Monty
Dana.
and Dana.
Monty is my friend from elementary school that I've been friends with my entire life, and he is the funniest person I've ever met, and truly, like, tells jokes just off the fly. He wrote a book. It's called 100 Days of Weight Loss Motivation. It's
Yep.
on Amazon. You guys check it out. I think it's a free download. I read it, believe it or not.
Is it?
I read all the 100 days
You
in like a
did.
day. But
100 Days of Funny Motivation.
yeah, it's a really good, fun book. It's not a weight loss book per se, but it will kind of help you get to laughing. And I suggest all you guys read it. We can talk about it next time.
Well, let's listen to what Monty has to say.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All
Check
right.
it out.
Monty's 2-minute warning. I've got just 2 minutes to save sports fans out there who take this stuff way too serious. Now, we've got a few weeks before the college playoffs. That is plenty of time for you grown adults to get some kind of therapy to stop yourself from sobbing in the stands should your team lose. I don't know if you need to watch a Sarah McLachlan animal commercial on loop, peel a bunch of onions, just get it all out of your system before this alleged big game. There'll be another one next year. And don't even think about crying at one of these non-playoff bowls. Do you know the only people who think there are not too many of these bowl games? Producers at CSI. CSI Miami, CSI New York, CSI Vegas, CSI Cyber. If the NCAA was in charge of that, there'd be a CSI Valdosta, a CSI Tallahassee, which might have been a good idea when Jameis Winston was at Florida State. Now, as for these low-level coaches in these generic bowls, some of these guys look like they could end up in a room with Maury Povich and a player's mom at any moment. Or just quit at halftime if they got a better offer at a real school. Don't get it wrong now, these big-time coaches, they got problems too. Do you know what you will never hear at the Saban family Christmas? Boy, Nick's in a good mood. Or, boy, Coach, you sure did teach Kirby Smart everything you know. Or, come on, Nick, sing Jingle Bells one more time. Well, that's my 2 minutes. Dana, Chris, please get Roger in some kind of concussion protocol. Heard him the other week say something about the Hawks and the Bulldogs possibly following in the Braves' championship footsteps. I am deeply concerned about Roger.
Research less and relax more with eTravel Anytime. Let us help you decide which sandals destination is best for your romantic getaway, or help you choose the family resort that is best for your vacation. We can also help you decide which cruise is best for you and your family. Tell us your preferences and we can narrow down your choices. Contact us today so we can help you plan your next vacation. Call 229-300-3691. Need a website for your business? Let Shadowfox Design help. We will design and build your website so you have more time for your business. We will help with all your online needs so you have more time for your customers. Learn more and get started now by going to www.shadowfox.design.
So, I just heard from Monty. If you guys like those jokes, don't forget to check out his book. It's 100 Days of Funny Weight Loss Motivation. I think you can check it out on Amazon. It's a free download, I'm pretty sure. If not, it's probably not that expensive. It's definitely worth a try. Again, the book is called 100 Days of Funny Motivation, I believe, on Amazon. Don't forget to check it out. You guys, seriously, I read it in a day. I mean, it didn't help me weight loss, but it did make me laugh. So, I highly recommend it.
I feel like he's got Big Rod's done pretty good. We're now taking donations. Maybe going to start a GoFundMe page for his therapy.
Laughing burns calories, I think.
It does.
So
I
you could totally do it.
He's
With
Big,
the
Big
FSU
Rod is
stuff
kind
and-
of in a sad place with his Florida Gators, but we're gonna try to get him through it. We're gonna love him
Laughter
through it.
heals all.
We're gonna
Yes,
love him through
It's
it.
best medicine.
Yes.
So speaking of, we talked a little earlier about the Valdosta State University Blazers going to the national championship this weekend, which we are all super, super proud of.
Yes.
We want to talk about one more thing that's sort of VSU related, it's really VSU related. Mr. Kenny Moore, he played football for the VSU Blazers between 2013 and 2016. I think he was a cornerback for a little while, moved over to safety, signed with the Patriots as an undrafted free agent.
Yep.
But got cut, but didn't make the 53-man roster, and he got cut. But the Indianapolis Colts picked him up off waivers, and he has made the most of his second chance. He, as of, I think, 2019, was the highest paid slot cornerback in the league.
Way to go, Kenny Moore.
Yes,
Way to go, Kenny
that's
Moore.
awesome.
He made the most of his second chance, and he is killing it now. I know. I see him when they played the Jaguars. I can't talk about that. He just kills us.
Don't talk
But
about
what we
Jaguars
wanted to talk
before.
about Kenny before, because A, he's a local boy. He played for the Blazers. We're super proud of him. But B, the Colts nominated him this year for their Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Now, the Walter Payton Man of the Year is each team nominates one person, and it's for the person on their team that they shows exemplary leadership on and off the field. It's like the most prestigious thing you can win, honestly, as a NFL football player. People want to be the MVP, people want to be all that, but most of them will tell you that they would be more honored to win this award than any of
Overall.
the other awards. Well, except maybe a Super Bowl, but
Even if they never played another day.
Well, Tom Brady, is going to win that
probably
every
not.
year until he dies. So,
He'll be 112.
he'll be
still
112.
playing.
He'll be the youngest one.
Still throwing it.
The
winning
youngest
Super Bowl.
granddaddy looking football player.
Right.
But I digress with the Tom Brady. Listen, I like Tom Brady, but anyway, Dana wants to talk a little bit about Kenny Moore's Charities.
Well, let's talk about Kenny Moore.
Let's talk about Kenny Moore.
Yeah.
I love me some Kenny Moore. I think he's a great guy. He's like one of the nicest men you're ever going to meet. Had a chance to meet with Kenny Moore last Saturday. Last Saturday. Oh my gosh,
last
this
Saturday.
week.
It's been a week already.
It's been a week already.
Mhm.
A long week at that. But Kenny Moore does a lot for Valdosta. He took some kids and families out to eat dinner last week and bought them Christmas gifts. And the thing about
nice.
Kenny is he's such a nice, humble man. He does a day of love in Valdosta. He hadn't done it in a while thanks to COVID, but hopefully he'll bring it back next year. Like kids camps and things like that. Just a really, really nice man and takes time to build up the community.
Young man.
Picture for
That's good.
reference of Kenny up
Yeah.
here with Dana.
Oh, there we are.
Comes back to the VSU games whenever he gets a chance. We're super, super proud of him, and you actually can go online and vote for him for the Walter Payton
Yep.
Man
Oh, no,
of the
it
Year.
already-
Everybody, it
Oh,
ended already?
Oh,
Did
yeah,
it
guys,
end?
sorry.
Oh, it
And
ended.
if you guys didn't
Anyway,
vote,
Oh,
we hope
I voted.
we hope he wins, because if he wins, they get.
That's going to be.
So each nominee gets
a lot of money.
$40,000 donation to their favorite charity, which
Yep.
is a nice donation. But
the winner
gets $250,000 donated to their charity.
That's awesome.
I know a couple of years ago, Campbell with the Jaguars won it. Who again, nicest, most humble, giant of a man. That he was really, did a lot of stuff when he was in Jacksonville. Worked with a lot of charities. A lot of these NFL players do a
They
lot
do that.
of charity
They
work.
do.
That
and you don't really hear about it that much.
you
but
don't. You don't hear enough about it. I know Josh Scobie with the Jaguars, who used to be the punter, no, place kicker. He's been retired for years, but he still does a ton of charity work and have a golf tournament every year. Tom Coughlin, who's, he has a giant pediatric charity, does a lot for Wolfson's Hospital in Jacksonville. And then Josh Lambo, who used to be the Jaguars place kicker last year, man of my heart, Humane Society. He gives it to the animals.
you have a few pets, don't you?
Listen.
Look who's talking. Look who's talking.
Listen, Josh Lambo, A, could not be any cuter if he tried. But B, I love anybody who loves the animals. I'm all about taking care of the animals. And any man or person, woman, anybody who goes out of the way to be kind to animals will always have my favor.
Your heart.
My heart, exactly. Because you know what? They can't help it. And although, I'm also that way about pediatric charities. I am a sucker for a pediatric charity. We'll donate to one every time I can, because that's my
Good
sucker
deal.
for the day. What do we want to talk about next? We want to talk about the bowl games?
Let's do the
Yeah.
bowl games.
Do the bowl games.
Let's go to a couple.
How many bowl games are there?
So let's talk
discuss
about how
bowl games
many.
there are.
So many of our favorite college teams qualified for the bowl games this year. We have the Florida Gators. We'll take on UCF in the game. No, Gasparilla. That's the word.
Gasparilla.
What it was.
I want
Gasparilla Bowl.
I want it to be the Sarsaparilla Bowl, but
That's what I
not
keep wanting to say.
correct.
Sarsaparilla. It's Gasparilla on December the 23rd.
And Big Rog is very sad. I told you he needs therapy
Yes.
because the Gators, while they did get a bowl, they kind of got a crappy bowl. But anyway,
But-
they
Hey,
got
at least
a
they're in the
bowl.
bowl.
It's in a
At
bowl.
least
You
they
can
got
say,
a
I
bowl.
went to that bowl game.
Which FSU did not get a bowl, so
At
the
least
Gators
they're in
at
a
least
bowl.
got one. So
And it's the
good
Somebody
for
from
them.
Florida got
Bowl.
one.
But their new coach, I guess Napier is his name.
Napier.
He will
I don't think
lead
he's
them.
been with him.
I don't know if he's actually on
know.
campus yet. Probably
I don't
one
think-
of their other coaches will do the bowl, and then Napier
And then
will
he'll go in
assume
for-
control after that. But I know Big Roger is very excited about the hiring of Napier. He feels like that is a good hire for the
the
Gators,
Gators.
but he still feels like they pulled the plug on Mullen a little too fast. But
I guess we'll see.
we'll see.
So then you have Georgia State takes on Ball State in the Camilla Bowl on Christmas Day. So that's
Georgia
don't know.
State.
Y'all watch football normally on Christmas?
They
Normally
do have some bowl games on
Usually just
Christmas.
watch,
some of the smaller bowl
Christmas
games, I think,
movies.
happen
Yeah.
on Christmas.
It's like in the background.
Well, don't
but
the Detroit Lions play every year on Christmas, or is that Thanksgiving?
I thought it was Thanksgiving.
Oh, they play basketball every year on Christmas. Somebody plays basketball.
Somebody plays
every year on
basketball.
Christmas.
We're all on the board here. We're just everywhere.
Clemson takes on Iowa State on Wednesday the 29th. And Tennessee takes on Purdue in the Music City Bowl on December the 30th.
I just realized I didn't write down the name of the bowl game Clemson's in.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anybody's
Clemson
guess.
Anybody's guess on Clemson's bowl game that they're playing
has a bowl game. I'm not super sure the name of
against
it.
Iowa?
Cheez-It Bowl?
Cheez-It
Cheez-It
Bowl.
Bowl?
The Cheez-It
Oh,
Bowl.
Cheez-It. Okay.
I
I
like
want,
it.
Listen,
I like
want to
it.
play in the Cheez-It Bowl. I feel like that is a good bowl.
I think that would be good.
Clemson had a rough year.
And going back for a second, Coach Knox is going to continue as an interim for the bowl game.
Knox
Yeah.
for
Knox
Florida.
for
For
Florida.
the Florida Gator game.
I
yeah.
figured that. Napier.
Yeah.
But Roger's really excited about Napier coming into Florida. He feels like that's going to really good hire for them. So we'll see.
I like his optimism. That's nice.
He has
So you're saying there's a chance.
So Big Rog and his brother Sid are gigantic Florida Gator fans. Like, I'm not sure there are any bigger ones anywhere on the planet.
We can't help that.
I can't even
Listen,
feel
I love
for
him
that.
anyway.
I can't because that's a
So-
big rivalry
It's
in
like
your
your own
house.
charity with that.
So this year,
That's where the GoFundMe's going.
this
It's
year for therapy for the
losing.
beatdown that they got this year. But this year we've gone into the Georgia-Florida game, which he insists on calling the Florida-Georgia game no matter What?
Legit. That's
He
just-
truly thought Florida had a chance to beat Georgia. And I'm like,
No, poor
don't be
thing.
sad. It's a
Poor
sad
thing. It's that therapy not
It's-
working yet.
we finally figured out how to beat Florida Bulldogs. I'm gonna need you to get it together with Alabama.
Well,
every
I'm
year
gonna
for
need
like
you to get
7
it together. I don't understand.
I don't understand why they-
we've
So-
seen that they can't. So.
That's a whole nother.
So
And then the
it's-
last one
yeah.
is if anybody cares, because somebody
We
wrote
care
that.
because it's the Rose Bowl.
Ohio State will play Utah in the Rose Bowl on January the 1st.
Ohio State, who took a whooping from Michigan.
Well, that's where that anybody cares part comes
But they're
in.
still playing in the Rose Bowl.
Ohio
so.
State had cakewalk
That's
into the
California.
Final Four. A cakewalk into the Final Four, and let Michigan beat them. Michigan, who really probably should not have stood a chance in that game, and they came up and won. Good for you, Michigan. I'm happy for you, but unfortunately now in the Orange Bowl on December 31st, you got to take all my dogs. So
Go Dogs.
go dogs.
And then, who is
What else?
Cincinnati playing?
Alabama.
You have to say it like that.
Alabama.
Come on, y'all didn't watch to see Forrest
Those
Gump.
poor Cincinnati
Alabama.
boys.
It's fixing to come on. This Forrest Gump month. Alabama.
I just feel bad for Cincinnati. I keep
Now,
saying this.
okay.
I mean, I know there's a chance, and I'm
There's
all
always
about.
a chance.
She's
There's-
always the underdog.
I
She
am
always goes
always
for the
the
underdog.
underdog.
She'll
But-
say
There's always
Spud
a chance.
McKenzie to whatever.
Cincinnati has had a phenomenal season.
Tracy.
They are, but now listen, they are
Mama team.
undefeated. I know. I'm trying to paint a good
It's
picture
like that.
here.
It's like the elementary school playing
Big
clowns.
kids.
I know.
No, it's like Valdosta Junior High playing the Valdosta Wildcats.
Listen,
Well,
Well, no.
more like VSU.
How about kindergarten playing like senior? I don't
listen,
know.
y'all don't,
Seniors?
listen, y'all don't count Cincinnati
Boys
out that
club
hard now.
playing-
They've had some
They
good-
count themselves out at this point. They're
No,
just
they
showing up. They're just gonna go there and just.
Listen,
Boys Club football. That's what it
Cincinnati.
is.
I have faith in you. You can do this.
I like you, Cincinnati, and I'm
Because
just
I would
saying I'm proud of
really-
you.
Y'all,
but
we need some
I
odds
would
going
really
on
like my
some
dogs not to
Facebook.
have to take on Alabama
Anybody
again
saying some
because there seems to be
scores? We need some scores on here to say
disconnect.
who's
Oh,
going to
it's gonna be
win.
Georgia, Alabama.
gonna be
because-
Yeah, I think my dog's got one more chance at Alabama this year. I'm going to need him to get it together. I need Jordan Davis to eat lots of pancakes, whatever he needs to do to get
He's
himself
peaking
ready
high.
to beat down Bryce Young.
Yep.
I'm going to need
Well, it won't be
little,
Cincinnati. So.
little Stetson Bennett. God bless him. Listen, and you know, all
She
you
said
dogs.
little Stetson. God bless him.
Well,
Like
he's
little
not-
tiny Tim.
So compared to most of the quarterbacks in college, he's little.
Well,
He's a
don't-
little dude.
He knows his size though, but
But
saying
he-
little Stetson makes
I
you
know.
think, like,
I was thinking-
he's pocket size. You gonna carry around. and-
No, that when you said that, I was thinking like Tiny Tim or
He's
something.
kind
You
of
said little
close. He's
Stetson.
only what
Little
I think
Tiny
5'10". Like that's little for a quarterback in the NCAA D1. That's a little guy.
Good
But
for
anyway,
him, I mean,
so Stetson.
But it's an average guy, but it's little if you're
Stetson has had a phenomenal season. He wasn't even going to be the number one quarterback, but he just came in and took over, and he won the role. Good for him. He's done well all year, but he got beat down in that SEC championship game, and like it was. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know he was supposed to play. I'm not sure what
I
happened.
think maybe they forgot.
Maybe
like
they-
half
But you
time
can
they
be
just
little and
said,
play basketball,
I
so
don't know
there's a
if
chance.
"There's a chance."
There's a
even
chance.
knew.
Well, they
Are we
forgot.
gonna- are we gonna-
Amnesia,
are we
temporary amnesia
are we gonna-
happens sometimes.
you
Like
guys
right now, where we're
Want
supposed
to
to
look
be
at
at.
some pictures soon?
Are we gonna look at some photos?
Oh,
of
the worst. Wait, are we
Worst
doing it?
things. We're gonna take
The
a
worst
Quick,
uniform?
are we doing a quick commercial break, Chris?
Yeah, we're gonna go to commercial
And then
first,
we're
and
gonna look
we'll
at
come back
some,
and look at some faux pas.
Some faux
Faux
pas.
pas. You said it. Yay.
Yay! We're gonna take a quick commercial break.
Need a website for your business? Let Shadowfox Design help. We will design and build your website so you have more time for your business. We will help with all your online needs so you have more time for your customers. Learn more and get started now by going to www.shadowfox.design. Research less and relax more with eTravel Anytime. Let us help you decide which Sandals destination is best for your romantic getaway, or help you choose the family resort that is best for your vacation. We can also help you decide which cruise is best for you and your family. Tell us your preferences and we can narrow down your choices. Contact us today so we can help you plan your next vacation. Call 229-300-3691.
back to the show. It's ladies' takeover of the armchair sports. And we have a nice segment that since we kicked Big Raj out, we're just calling it, why did they do that? Why? And we're
'Cause we
going to
wanna
start.
know why.
We need to know why.
As
these
ladies,
things
we don't
happen.
understand some things
So
that
Chris has put
they wear.
gonna put a couple pictures up that we just need to know why. Like this first one, this guy is from Norway. He was on the Norwegian triathlon. He won the gold medal for the triathlon. And
Kudos
in
to
the
you.
Olympics.
Kudos for him because there ain't no way.
Everyone will still remember him if he didn't.
But look at this! Look at this uniform, and I just want to know why the people from Norway hate him. Like
that
why
they
did
let
do
it
this to
vote
him?
to say yes, that's what he's going
Maybe
to wear.
Norway likes that.
To
The
represent.
see-through
I actually
Maybe
watched
that's
this
their European
live.
sexiness.
They're European for a reason.
So I actually watched this live on the Olympics because I'm an Olympic geek and I watch all the Olympics. And this wasn't see-through when he started. It was
But
just
as
like
he
a
went.
white outfit. But as he got wet, which the first thing in the triathlon is a swim.
So as soon as he got
So he
that,
immediately jumps in the water and he comes out and his blue bloomers are showing. And
maybe
I
they
was
didn't
like,
layer
why did
it.
they do that to him?
Maybe they wanted to be that way, though.
Well, it supposedly is
Maybe
very,
they grabbed the
talked-
wrong uniform.
Maybe they heard the Justin Timberlake song and they were like, we're bringing
Maybe.
sexy back and this
Maybe.
is how we're going to do it.
They talked about it and they said it was very
Not
breathable
really.
and it helped keep
So
them cool.
stupid.
Why not?
But I'm thinking,
They're
couldn't
like,
it
what
been
is the
breathable and
ugliest
cool
thing
in
you
another
could put
color?
on? Let him wear it on national TV.
it was. Oh,
It's hideous.
At least
It
it
was-
wasn't like flesh colored. That's
That's,
that's
even
true.
better.
Yeah,
I couldn't
I
handle
mean,
that if it
And
was.
they did at least put the bloomers in there so his
His bloomers.
And the little
the,
guard
the
around his
business
nipples,
wouldn't
so
show.
there's-
That's probably for chafing.
Yeah, so there's,
So he has a blue stripe for chafing and then
And she
some
said
bloomers.
bloomers.
Well, they are bloomers. That's what they look like, bloomers. It's wine, Norway
it's
wine.
uncomfortable,
Okay,
but
so
you know,
number
2.
two.
Here we go. And next
Um,
this is the Colombian cycling team.
Yes, ladies Colombian
Ladies,
cycling
because
team.
men
This is-
don't make all the faux pas. There are some lady faux pas.
This
Ooh,
area.
like it's the.
It's the
Now I get you ride that bicycle.
know, it's
for
the-
a long time, and you got to keep things from chafing down on
It's
the
the-
bottom.
the cup,
Yeah,
their
it's the-
little padding.
But that
I don't
there are
know.
things I can't say on TV about that. It's like
It's uncomfortable looking.
It's painful,
It is
is what that
uncomfortable.
is.
And it's-
I don't care if it's padded. That
and
looks
it's
painful.
sort of
And it
flesh
draws your
tone,
eyes,
which
right,
just
too.
makes it
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's like you can't stop looking at the Mona Lisa kind of thing. You're like, what's going on?
But then the fact that it was that they were not going to change it, like
Yeah.
they were voting for it,
I
not
guess
against it. And I
somebody was
like,
really like, "Why did you do this?" And the Colombian people went, "We like it, and we don't care what you think."
Yeah.
Well, I kind of respect that. Just dig your heels in and be like, we're not
And,
changing
and
it.
not that we're picking on the Colombian cycling team because we don't have the picture, but there is a picture of the USA cycling team that is
just as
is
almost
bad.
as bad
Painful.
because it's blue, and then the little part where the little pads are is
Yep,
dark blue.
dark
so it
blue.
looks like they all peed in their pants.
Yep.
And
Can I
maybe
s-
that's.
Can I say that on TV?
to us, those are the faux pas we're talking about.
But
Like,
maybe they did it because if
why
they do pee their
did
pants,
you
no
mean
one's
to
gonna
leave
know.
that so in case you wouldn't see that it got
Yeah,
darker?
so maybe
you wonder. Maybe
Do you-
Maybe
the
that's
case.
a reason. Maybe
They
that's
can't
why
go to the
they did that.
bathroom.
So I wonder if
Maybe
that's
they
the case
can't.
that when they sweated in it, it's
I mean,
like one part.
Is
got
that like
wet.
NASCAR drivers? Like you just can't go to the bathroom for hours and
I-
hours? I don't know.
I'm
how
not
that
a
works
runner
either.
and or a
Drivers do.
cyclist.
I don't
so-
know how. I've never wanted to know how.
I
I
think
just
they
they
sweat
sweat
like
it out
cows
so
in
much
there
that
and
they
just
can't go.
sweat.
Yeah.
But my theory was they have to go somewhere.
Just pee your pants, man. It's okay. Like,
I think I read.
Can
that
you
they
say
do.
that? Can you
I do
say
know that
they do
Olympic
that?
swimmers will pee in the pool. I know that.
Just like
Who
a
hasn't peed in the
4-year-old.
pool?
Just like a 4-year-old. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the
so
next
the
one.
next one is and this is my worst one here.
This is the
Why? NFL. Why?
with the jock strap showing.
well, it makes you watch it. I guess I don't.
It makes you know the position he's playing.
Why do I have white pants at all if this is going to happen?
White pants are for away games.
Why
right?
with the white
Is that
pants
right?
at all? But okay, so I will say at the very least,
I've always
they do
thought
put
away
the little,
games.
They put the diaper down the middle. It's what it looks like, a diaper down the middle, so their little butt cracks don't show. Oh, can I
It's
say
that
butt
nurse
cracks on
coming
TV?
out like, let me make this diaper for you.
That's what it looks like. But you just think, why? Why can't you make it out of a material that's not see-through?
I would
when
have
you
just been like, go
sweat?
for gray or darker gray or
Or a color.
Black.
That's not
Well,
white.
black's gonna
Maybe
be hot.
spots.
I don't know.
Now,
It does.
granted, each one of these are probably very cool.
Just like this, we're
Part
hot.
of why they're so good, but.
All right.
Have
So,
mercy. Do we have
any more?
Forgot-
Is
do
there
we
any
have
more?
Mine didn't get shown up there, but I will
Oh,
show
we're gonna
you
show this
mine
picture. This
because
is-
I'm
you have
late
to
in the
hold this
game.
up.
Okay,
Show
this
this.
is
We hold
the
this one.
Caribous of Colorado from 1978. Look at this. They have little tassels
I'm gonna hold this
Where
one
are
up.
the
You can pick that one.
tassels?
right here. See, and then like the
Oh
little
my gosh, they have
They-
fringe. There's fringe.
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 This one
And it's fleshed color.
is the Quad City Mallards with their Western alternative.
I just like the
alternate?
best. I thought
It
that
looks
was
like
really
a
sassy.
Woody and Buzz.
With
Woody, the cowboy from Toy Story, with the.
look at all that.
Well, that's not a good angle for me, but is that handcuffs? I mean,
Handcuffs
and the
and a badge.
like the sheriff's in town, so that's a
Good
Woody,
for them.
uniform.
I like
They
it.
they committed.
Okay,
Listen,
they committed. They committed. They
and
wore
that's
it.
all I can
and
say.
It's really boxy looking, so they all look.
I mean,
really
even the
bad.
fake
committed.
buttons going down, like they didn't. Okay, so what
Oh,
are you showing?
All right, so
There you go.
one more. This is but now listen, these people are doing ice dancing. I'm assuming it's ice
Oh, they can't
dancing, and they
It's
they got
their
some
theme.
gingerbread. I'm not even sure what's happening here.
I initially
It's
thought the gingerbread boy and girl, but then I saw the
They got
wrists
leaves.
have leaves, so
maybe
then I was
it's
thinking
like a jungle thing.
tribal.
Tribal.
Oh, I thought
thing.
like gingerbread in time
It's
for
really
the
not-
holiday
It's
season.
really
So
not cute. I'm not sure what's happening with
But
that.
the gingerbreads don't wear grass skirts.
I didn't make.
But you know what? I'm gonna cut these two some slack.
grass
because
skirts. Is that the thing they're wearing?
We're gonna
gingerbread?
cut these two some slack because they were like portraying characters. So
Yeah, okay. We're
And-
gonna go with that.
The
and
last one is
these
the
guys aren't portraying characters. Oh, these guys are.
Ken and Barbie of ice skating, which we said is the jeans that got us because
It was the jeans. For
you
me.
can't really bend down like that.
I don't know. Have you ever seen dancers dance in jeans?
No,
I just didn't like
that's what I'm
it.
You
saying.
can
We
get any way you want in a pair of jeans. Then
I don't know, but
I've-
I feel like because they were trying to go for
Tracy
Ken
would
and
know
Barbie.
because they dance, but I would not.
they are jeans that you can do any position you want to get in.
Well, I mean, he's
Any
4 inches
position.
off the floor, so I guess those are good
Yeah,
jeans.
those are good jeans.
Are those?
Good
did
jeans
have
and good jeans.
We did have a few pictures we chose not to throw up there. One was like a swimmer whose entire outfit right down the back and her booty was showing, and
She did split her
it was
uniform. She was
not-
walking like that.
not pretty at
Okay.
all. So those are just a few of our why
Our
did they
faux
do
pas.
that.
We were wondering why.
So if anybody really knows why they decided to put white football pants on players,
Just
let me know.
Facebook us.
And are you embarrassed when they show
YouTube
pictures
us.
of you like that and your diaper showing under your white pants? Is that embarrassing?
Maybe you're like, hey, I'm on TV and I'm playing football, so you're like,
Yeah, or is your paycheck good enough that
Yeah.
nothing's
That
embarrassing?
nothing's
I mean-
embarrassing because they have where they scratch their nose and spit and do all that stuff, and they're on camera and they don't.
Oh,
and it's
care,
men,
so-
so men generally don't care if they're embarrassed or not. They're like, they don't get embarrassed like that. Women, different
Genuinely,
story.
yeah.
You know that Colombian soccer team was embarrassed. They were embarrassed about it. I did have another one too that
Which one?
it was not appropriate for TV, but it was
When?
there was some I don't even know what these girls were doing, but they were being cut in half by their outfits. and
Oh yes.
I would have protested immediately. No amount of
Yes.
glory.
No, the tall
amount of
torsoed
glory is
women
worth
cannot
that.
wear those.
I think they were rowers.
So
You know
had to
them
be
rowers are.
long.
They're big girls.
That's what I'm
and
saying,
They are
the-
strong.
The tall torsoed women can't wear it.
And you ever watch rowing in the Olympics?
Yes.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm exhausted.
They practice in Tampa.
I'm exhausted at the
Somewhere
end
down
of
there.
it. They get to the end and I'm like, oh, thank God I'm tired.
All that effort you gave them, you're like,
Just
I'm
watching
tired
it.
of
Just cheering
rowing.
them on.
Your
little-
breath, you're out
you
of
know,
breath.
And the little 100-pounder in the front going, row, row, or stroke, or whatever she says.
Stroke.
You know,
That's
because
funny.
they got the 6 feet tall women all up and down this big boat, and then there's like the 410
Did you know they practice in Tampa down
100-pounder.
there?
I did not know.
They
it.
have. I've seen them like being
So
on the
we
highway. You
are
can see them down
anything.
in the
Oh,
water.
we
They
want. I
have an
want to
area
say
that
one more
they practice
thing.
with the
One
Olympics
more
on
thing
there.
to wrap up this week's show, and then we're gonna let Big Raj have it back next week if he's nice and plays nice.
And he went to
Um,
therapy.
And he went to therapy. Please donate to his GoFundMe. I'm just kidding about the GoFundMe. So So one more thing, a sad note. We lost a great one this week, Demaryius Thomas, formerly of the Denver Broncos. Played 9 seasons with the Broncos. Won 2015, won the Super Bowl when Peyton Manning was with the Broncos. Was found dead in his home December 9th. Very sad thing. We are friends
Tragic.
with a guy who was his high school football coach and was still very close to Demaryius, and it was just, by all accounts, a
Shock.
beautiful young man. He died, said they found him dead in his home, probably secondary to seizure disorder he had. So, love, thoughts, and prayers out to his family. Sorry for that loss. NFL misses him greatly.
All his former players he played with. All the
Everybody.
brotherhood.
So,
Everybody.
with that, it's time for us to go. We are signing off. The ladies' takeover of the Armchair Sports is
We did it.
officially done.
We're out.
Yay. Bye.
Tell us what you
Bye.
think.
Guys.
To go to our Facebook page, to go to our website, to go to our YouTube page. That YouTube.
Yes. Go to YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, definitely. Go to our group on Facebook. Join our group and have a discussion. We're here to discuss anything sports. We'll go over pretty much anything.
If it competes,
X Games, Olympic Games.
anything you want to talk about. If it competes, we're in our seats.
That's right. In our seats.
So yeah, also come downtown Valdosta and meet some of the vendors down here. Downtown Valdosta is beautiful this time of year.
Definitely.
They've got all the Christmas lights and Christmas stuff up.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
if you get a chance, go by and see Erica Hill down there at Jamaican.
At
what is not
Caribbean Delight.
Caribbean Delight.
Caribbean Delight.
Go.
Oh
Morgan.
man, we had some the other day.
Woo!
It was so good.
That's some good
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
I don't care what anybody says. Jamaican food is some good food. We had
Really
some.
good.
We
There's
had
some good spicy food too.
Yeah,
I was
yeah. If you-
pleasantly surprised.
If you want spice, if you want a variety, if you want something different,
yeah,
that is, if you want the Bahamian or the Bahama or the Caribbean,
the Caribbean.
that stuff right
definitely.
there that has all the Caribbean and it's authentic. It's all authentic and I'm gonna tell you, it is absolutely great food.
You know what I didn't realize, that we had some of the what was that, the oh shoot, I can't think of it now. It's kind of like sauerkraut,
Right.
but it wasn't sauerkraut.
Right.
But you know, they get a lot of their
Plantains
influences.
and
The
plantains.
fried plantains.
Oh my god!
Oh my.
I told them I didn't want one, and she brought me 2 out to try.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they
so
were good. They were so good. So yeah,
So good. Yeah.
go. I mean, just walk around downtown Valdosta, see some of the merchants down here, talk to them, say hey, tell them Roger and Chris from Armchair Sports, they sent you. And hey guys, I'm telling you, just to get out and stroll through a South Georgia town and walk and see some of these buildings like the one that we're in,